Join me as I dive deep into the mystery of what really happened to Flight MH370 and see if I can uncover some advanced aviation mysteries of our time. The search efforts that followed were monumental in scale, covering millions of square kilometers of ocean. But despite the vast resources poured into the investigation, the lack of concrete evidence made it a daunting task. The search area was vast, spanning across the Indian Ocean, and the absence of any wreckage or debris made it difficult to pinpoint a location. The search teams had to rely on complex mathematical models and satellite data to try and track the plane's last movements. The investigation was further complicated by the fact that there were no eyewitnesses, no distress calls, and no signs of struggle. It was as if the plane had simply ceased to exist. The search teams had to navigate through a sea of uncertainty, with every lead taking them down a new rabbit hole. Despite the challenges, the search continued, driven by the hope of finding answers for the families of the victims. As the search efforts continued, speculation and theories began to emerge. Was it a case of mechanical failure, or did the pilots intentionally divert the plane? Was it a hijacking or something more sinister? The lack of evidence only fueled the speculation, and the mystery of MH370 deepened. The investigation was a complex puzzle, and every new piece of information only seemed to raise more questions. One of the most enduring theories is that the pilot, Zahari Ahmad Shah, was responsible for the disappearance. Some speculated that he was struggling with personal demons, and that his actions were a deliberate attempt to end his life and take everyone on board with him. Others pointed to the fact that he was an experienced pilot with a spotless record, and that such a drastic action was out of character. Another theory is that the plane was hijacked, either by terrorists or by someone with a personal vendetta. This theory gained traction due to the presence of 2 Iranian passengers who were traveling on stolen passports. However, there was no concrete evidence to support this claim, and the investigation couldn't find any meaningful links to terrorist organizations. The last communication from the cockpit was a routine exchange with air traffic control, in which the pilot signed off with a seemingly innocuous, "Good night, Malaysian 370. It was a phrase that would haunt the investigation for years to come, as it marked the last known contact with the plane. It was a turning point in the investigation, as it revealed that the plane was still flying, and that the disappearance was not just a result of catastrophic failure. The investigation into MH370 has been ongoing for years, with teams working tirelessly to piece together the evidence. Despite the setbacks and false leads, the search continues, driven by the hope of finding answers. The fate of Flight MH370 remains one of the greatest mysteries of our time, and the world is still waiting for closure. As we continue to speculate about the fate of Flight MH370, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think happened to the plane? Do you have any theories or opinions on the disappearance? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more aviation mysteries, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be diving into another fascinating case. Thanks for watching.